बाबा अब भी साथ हमारे हैं।
और बाप दादा ने पहले भी इशारा दिया कि अपने मन को सदा बिजी रखो। चाहे मनसा सेवा से, चाहे वाचा से, चाहे मनन शक्ति में बिजी रखो। मनन करो। मनन शक्ति मन को एकाग्र बना देती। कोई बच्चे मनन अच्छा करते भी हैं, लेकिन मनन शक्ति को भी सारे दिन में बढ़ाओ। क्योंकि बाप दादा को लास्ट बच्चे से भी प्यार, लास्ट बच्चे को भी बाप दादा यही चाहते साथ चले, रह नहीं जाए, पीछे पीछे नहीं रह जाए। तो क्या करेंगे? अटेंशन। बाप दादा अभी यही चाहते हैं कि एक एक बच्चा फॉलो फादर करते हुए बाप समान संपन्न जरूर बने। बाप दादा ने देखा कि पुरुषार्थ भी सब बच्चे करते हैं, पुरुषार्थ की लगन भी है, अपने से ही प्रॉमिस भी बहुत करते, अब नहीं करेंगे, अब नहीं करेंगे। लेकिन कारण क्या होता है? कारण है पुरुषार्थ में दृढ़ता कम है। बीच बीच में अलबेलापन आ जाता, हो जाएंगे, बन जाएंगे, ये अलबेलापन पुरुषार्थ को ढीला कर देता। तो अब क्या करेंगे? अभी यही विशेष अटेंशन दो। अपने आप अपना प्रोग्राम बनाओ, अपना प्रोग्राम बनाओ जिसमें सारा दिन मन को बिजी रखो। अपना प्रोग्राम आप बनाओ, टाइम टेबल अपना आप बनाओ मन को बिजी रखने का। बच्चे, मैं आपके सदा साथ हूँ।
Om Shanti. Transformation of old Sanskars and old nature. The sign of this Brahmin life is remembrance. The nature of Brahmin life is to stay in remembrance. To take a Brahmin birth means to tie the bond of remembrance. Just as those Brahmins have one or another sign in their life, so too, the sign of this Brahmin life is remembrance. It should be natural to stay in remembrance. This is why you should not say that you had separate remembrance and that you did separate service. No, the two should be combined. Now transform the old nature and old sanskars. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 26. Transformation of old sanskars and old nature. Today's topic is the sign of this Brahmin life is remembrance. So now we will listen to Mohini Didi and then we will listen to Brother Ken.
Om Shanti, everyone. This morning, I am in Gyansarova. Last night, we spent evening with Pandavavan Nivasis. To be at these places, it reminds one of the childhood days, especially when I am in Pandavavan. The memories of Brahma Baba, his activities, spending time with him in his room, Dari Prakashmani, sitting in the courtyard and saying good morning and make us sit in sun with her. And she keeps wishing everyone good morning. She had a very good timetable. In the morning, she was very punctual. She will come out to read Murli. Before that, she will go in the kitchen, Baba's Bandara, and they have almost finished making breakfast. Most of the those who have to cook very punctual. They cook, clean the kitchen, and then go out for walk or for morning. So it's very beautiful to go with her, and then she goes for morning. Very lively, very entertaining. So beautiful memories. Baba's row, Tower of Peace. So it was very good meeting, and then came last night after Pandabavan to Gyansarovar. It's quite cold there. We didn't know that it gets cold so early. But you all are managing. Hmm. You must know that double foreigner third group is coming. First group was 450, second one was 200, now is almost 200. Whenever souls are able to come or they get the tickets, they come. And I feel people should come, even tickets are expensive, but they won't be cheaper. Everyone's ticket was almost double than it used to be from New York even. So Baba is saying that one of the main quality of a Brahmin soul should be remembrance. Right? But what Baba was saying, churning, contemplation, reflections, whole day. And that churning should lead to concentration. And concentration helps in remembrance. I remember when I was leaving for foreign countries, early 70s, Didi Mohini gave a beautiful blessing. She said, from Manan Chintan, that is contemplation, to Manmanabhav. So it's not just concentration, but mind to be stabilized in remembrance of Baba. Because that is why we do contemplation. As much we churn, we go beyond, we go above. We feel the pull of Baba and we connect with Baba. We are in remembrance of Baba. Actually, remembrance should be so natural for Brahmins as natural is the breathing when soul is in the body. As soul cannot stay in body without breathing of the body. Or it is when soul is in the body that there is breathing. Both are connected, right? If they both are separate, body can't breathe or soul alone cannot breathe, but soul in the body. So same is remembrance. So I think, as Baba said, create timetable for you. Use different methods. Mm. We had some guests here, and one of the guests was sharing that I haven't been doing meditation, but what I will do now, before starting every action, I will remember God, I will remember Baba, or I will meditate few minutes. And I thought that was very good beginning too. So for all of us also, that's what we should do. Mhm. One time Dadi Gulzar gave very good yukti that 11 times a day you give something to your body. Mhm. 3:30 you wake up, some drink water, some drink tea, some drink coffee or hot water, something. And then this goes on mm, every hour, 2 hours. You take some snack. So it's like you are giving to the body, but same time you give to the soul also. You are holding glass of water. Remember, Baba, instead of immediately just drinking, mm, you have food in front of you. Before eating, you offer to Baba. Through your drishti, you purify the food and then you give to the body. So you can create this also. Mm. One of the things you can also do to have in whole day different relationship with Baba. Start with parents, then as teacher, that is Sadguru is guide, then boss, I'm doing what Baba wants me to do, your friend, any relationship you want, that's also very good. But also you can use maybe Baba's titles, Baba's task, Baba as liberator, Baba as purifier, different. Or you can use Baba's powers. So it's not only all the time I think of Baba as point of light, but I think of Baba more in at confluence stage, in action, in activity with us, because we are Baba's helpers. So this way, remembrance can become consistent. It should become natural. Not that, oh, I have to make effort to remember. Brahma Baba used to say, do you have to make effort to remember your physical father? Do you have to make effort to remember your physical teacher? No. Naturally, a child comes home. How many times he say, today my teacher taught me this. Today my teacher told me this. So we asked that, is that also remembrance? They said, of course. It's not yoga is when I sit. and concentrate. But if you are thinking of Baba in any relationship, for any attainment, or even teachings, I think that becomes the part of remembrance. So, sign quality of Brahmins is to have Baba's remembrance constantly. Om Shanti. Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti.
Transformation of old sanskars and old nature. The sign of this Brahmin life is remembrance. The nature of Brahmin life is to stay in remembrance. To take a Brahmin birth means to tie the bond of remembrance. Just as those Brahmins have one or another sign in their life, so too the sign of this Brahmin life is remembrance. It should be natural to stay in remembrance. This is why you should not say that you had separate remembrance and that you did separate service. No, the two should be combined. Om Shanti.
Our dear brother, welcome to a Vikti journey, living and serving with our Brahmin family. Welcome, dear angel brother Ken.
Thank you so much, dear Sister Mohini. We were listening to Didi and we were transported to Sarovar, Pandap Bhavan, especially at the time of Dadiji. And I also have such fond remembrances of that place and how she used to sit and she was absolutely the balance between remembrance and service. And when I first went to Pandap Bhavan, Brahma Baba had only left the body a few years before, so everything was still pretty much as it was when Brahma Baba was around. Even Baba's room was his room. Later on, they broke down 2 walls to make it the present Baba's room. The back of Baba's room today used to be the fruit department. But anyway, Didi was invoking everyone to go to Madhavan, and I agree with her. We should do our best to get there because who knows when another chance will come around. And Bhakdada, in the extract of the Muli, relating the power of churning, the power of deep contemplation about Gyan, to developing a personal program so that we can actually bring about this homework of having a natural combination of remembrance and service. And as I said yesterday, I'm going to continue today a little bit more about forgiveness because that's absolutely essential for us to get along with everyone and everything that's going on. Maybe a situation, maybe someone. And we have to use the power of contemplation to come closer to Baba. And of course, if I want to come close to Baba, I can't have any bad feelings for anyone at all. Because Baba's not only my father, but the father of everyone, even the father of the last soul. Baba's the father and just has unlimited love for everyone. Doesn't matter. But the whole thing of forgiveness is connected with sorting out my relationship with the past. And as I said, with others, with situations, but it also clears the way for the future. So I can become free. I can become free from many things. Because often we're caught in past situations, relationships that have generated disappointment or bitterness, sometimes confusion, sometimes sorrow. And it's as if we're held in a sort of a prison of negative perception. When Daddy Janki was celebrating her 90th birthday in Oxford, I guess she invited her, or there were about 100 guests from all around the world, many of them from Call of the Time. And in that meeting, she didn't want to celebrate her birthday. She wanted to do a sort of a dialogue. And the name of the dialogue was Serving from the Heart. And we were all sitting around in round tables, just a few people at each table. And we were sharing some things and we were bringing up questions for Daddy Janki. She loves questions, right? So I remember at my table, there was a woman who asked this question: Daddy, how can I serve someone who has betrayed me? And she had told us it was her husband who had been going around with other women, and she felt terribly betrayed. And Daddy Janki just asked her a very simple question: who betrayed whom? Because for you to feel betrayed by someone else, first of all, you must have betrayed yourself. That means, first of all, you must have gone against something that was true and real in yourself. In a way, she asked, but why did you have expectations on that particular person to that extent that you feel betrayed now? Who told you to develop expectations? And this is where it comes in. We can easily identify defects in our sanskars, in other people's sanskars. But when the instrument of perception itself, or the intellect, has sort of filters on it that you can't see the reality, you can't see the truth, then it becomes very difficult. And there's a very good metaphor that's used to describe the lack of forgiveness. It's a hook, a hook that people use to catch fish with. And no, it's not a very vegetarian example, but the hook catches the fish and they can't get off because of a barb, like a very sharp thing. It's very hard to get off. So in a way, this is the idea that there's someone that I can't forgive, or something that they've said or they've done, or it's been a chronic problem. So I put myself on this hook. And as I continue to think and maybe say and do things that are negative related to this other person, I'm putting the other person on the same hook as me. So there are two of us on the hook, me first and then the other one. And whenever either party, me or the other party, me or the other person, think or say or do something that aggravates the tension, makes the tension more potent, the hook moves, and so both suffer. So it's like at a subtle level, if I'm thinking negative things about someone that I don't forgive or I can't forgive, I'm making it difficult for them to change, and I'm making it difficult for me to change also. So the first thing that I have to do is to understand, okay, I'm not going to justify if that person has done something wrong, but why should I continue to take sorrow from something like that? Because whenever I think about this situation that's causing me the sorrow, I affect myself directly and indirectly the other person by my negative thinking. Even at a distance, we affect each other, even at a distance. In the same way that I can send good wishes to someone at a distance, my negative thinking about someone also goes to them at a distance, and it makes it difficult. Two things become difficult. For me to feel free and unburdened, And secondly, to help that other person. I'd like to help the other person, because Baba says that people do things under the influence of something negative. And I'm not the judge. So whatever the other person has done, or I have imagined that they've done, by forgiving them, it doesn't mean that I'm excusing the act, but I'm just stopping to exchange sorrow, take sorrow and give sorrow. And as I said yesterday, the word forgive suggests that there's something that I have to give to the other one and to myself. I have to give the other one freedom. And I have to, for them to be whatever they have to be. And I have to give freedom to myself from these useless and nagging thoughts. If only this hadn't happened, if only that other one would have said something. And so we go around this, you can try to control someone else even by your own thinking. Baba says, give the donation of life to human beings in the same way that the Father does. So take the donations from the unlimited Father and donate them to others. This is what Baba wants. So let me take a wider perspective that includes the past, the present, the future. If I look at everything from a spiritual point of view, I can see how both of us, if it's a question of forgiving someone else, both of us have been caught in our own karmic processes. And there's a point from today's Murli that I extracted. Each one's karmic bondages are separate. The Father comes and tells you the philosophy of action, neutral action, and simple action. So if I have to keep that in mind, why would I get stuck in such a negative state of mind? I'm affecting myself, I'm affecting other ones. Not only I put that person in this trap, but I've also got caught in the same trap. And let me see the other one as a soul. As Baba says, let me see that being of light. Let me see that lovely child of God. Let me understand that soul in essence is a peaceful being like me. And so let me send some good wishes. And let me take off this burden of a lack of forgiveness that it's impeding, it's stopping my own spiritual progress. So, this is letting go and letting Baba do what he has to do. And because, even before I think of someone else that I feel has hurt me, like this woman in front of Daddy Janki, she felt that other person had hurt her. But first of all, I have to forgive myself for being, having the expectations that's useless. And let me stop repeating the scenes and the scenery in which this person had caused harm. Let me stop repeating these things in my mind, which I sort of do to sort of affirm how right I am and how wrong the other person is. So it's obviously a karmic account. So let me surrender this whole thing to Baba. And since today was a day of deep reflection, this sort of thing has to sort of be finished. Imagine going until the end of the cycle with deep negative feelings about someone else in your heart. You won't have any victory. Give it to Baba. That's what he wants. So let's make the list of the things that we have to forgive others and ourselves for, and really have a heart-to-heart conversation with Baba, very honest, very clean, to just clear up this account. And then, of course, I'm free to fly. There's nothing holding me. I don't have any bad thoughts about anyone, just good feelings. And therefore, I'm able to fly beyond everything. So with these thoughts, let's have some meditation. Om Shanti, dear sisters and brothers. Om Shanti.
Transformation
of old nature and old sanskars. The sign of this Brahmin life is remembrance. The nature of Brahmin life is to stay in remembrance. To take a Brahmin birth means to tie the bond of remembrance. Just as those Brahmins have one or another sign in their life, so too the sign of this Brahmin life is remembrance. It should be natural to stay in remembrance. This is why you should not say that you had separate remembrance and that you did separate service. No, the two should be combined.
पुरानी नेचर व संस्कारों का परिवर्तन। ब्राह्मण जीवन की निशानी याद। ब्राह्मण जीवन की नेचर है याद में रहना। ब्राह्मण जन्म लेना अर्थात याद का बंधन बांधना। जैसे वह ब्राह्मण जीवन में कोई न कोई निशानी रखते हैं, तो इस ब्राह्मण जीवन की निशानी है याद। याद में रहना नेचुरल हो, इसलिए याद अलग की, सेवा अलग की नहीं, दोनों इकट्ठे हो